All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So this is part viewer request, part recent runner. There are 4 stocks I want to cover, but if it goes a little long, I'll probably break this out. But I've realized I have not actually talked about Palantir in a long while. You can see all the lines I've got here. I've been following this one really well. There have been a lot of average up points, and I mean, there's so much to talk about on Palantir, especially the good times. I'm for sure a little bit worried based on what I saw today. That's a scary volume. That's a scary RSI adjustment. That's a scary MACD shift. That's a big bad candle. All right. So we'll definitely talk about all those details shortly. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about like this uptrend for sure, and the average up ability that this thing definitely had. All right. So from there, look, I'm going to quickly touch on FFIE. Beautiful 40% swing since I first put that post. So I actually hope you hit most of that. I will tell you, I hit all of that and it was fucking nice. All right. So I did sell a lot today. I think I still have a little bit left, but yeah, FFIE dropped the bomb for sure. And then MOBQ and Viri are the other ones I'd like to touch on this video. But again, I'll see how long I go in the first 2. But hey, really quickly, before we get into all the details, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment good or bad, share this thing with your friends. Look, anything you can do really does help me out with the YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here and giving me your time is super appreciated, okay? All right, let's get into Palantir. And I'm actually going to delete all these lines, okay? There is something as line overload, and before I delete those, I just want to see if I had anything above it. All right, 18. I'll probably end up redrawing those if I can guess, but yeah, there were a lot of lines here because again, this thing was going horizontal for the longest time, but like it should have, it started destroying them once it broke it, right? And I actually don't even need the lines to talk about my my averaging up comment, okay? But look, this right here was the earnings gap up, okay? And it's one of those things where I really did not listen to the earnings. I barely even looked at the headlines. All I knew was this gap up meant the market liked it, okay? And yeah, there was a little bit of a cool off, but that's what the 8 moving average is supposed to do. It's supposed to be, you saw all my lines that I drew, right? Those are horizontal support and resistances. Those are stagnant, all right? If I drew a line right here at 1118, there is nothing that can happen to make that line go up or down. It is simply horizontal. These moving averages are computer generated based on whatever math goes into that line, and I'm not here pretending to be smart enough to know that line, and I don't even need to, you know what I mean? All I know is the moving support said, don't worry, baby, I got you, and I'm going to bounce you on up, all right? And as we came, no, I got you, baby. No, I got you, baby. No, I got you, baby. And clearly, it's now kind of saying, hey, look, all right, you closed at 1469. My average 8 is at 1469. It is literally on the line, all right? The question's going to be, can it hold it or not? But I'm not getting into that just yet. What I want to talk about is, look, once this line broke, right, the close of the average of the gap up earnings, that was a really easy place to consider averaging up for sure, right there, all right? And beautifulness obviously happens. From there, look, as we start kind of coming to the line, the bounce, and it's not as loud here, so I'll be honest, this one was the actual, like, the easiest one, and it really hits a lot from here, right? But that's one thing I like to use, and I've talked about that on Oust not that long ago, but the way that this thing hits and bounces, I'll be honest, this was probably a real solid average up moment, because once it broke that 1477, 71, there's for sure good reason to go up, all right? I think today had a lot to do with NASDAQ, all right? NASDAQ has been crushing it, All right. NASDAQ does a little bounce right here on 524. PLTR. We do a little thing right here on the 24, right? It wasn't even that loud. There was another one right here on 517. Let's see if that one lines up as well. Right here on 517 on NASDAQ, right? 1617 was a bounce. So like, again, Palantir is going to move the way NASDAQ does. And today we see that exact same ugly candle. This one's actually under the 8, not exactly on it, right? But this makes me feel a little bit like we're going to come down. Look at the MACD, look at the RSI. Let's look at Palantir. Look at the MACD, look at the RSI. Those two barely even changed, right? It's very similar, and I'm telling you, I'm not surprised this is happening. Now, look, am I necessarily saying this is the moment to panic and blah, blah, blah? No, I'm really not. Am I saying I think this is going to come down? Yeah, I kind of do. But again, this is your decision to make decisions, right? Do you want to sell here, hopefully catch it right here, buy again and go back up? Hey, do you want to just hold everything you have and maybe anticipate a drop down at 1325? Maybe this is a place to consider buying more, right? There are a bunch of things you can do knowing, hey, I think MACD's telling me we might come down. RSI's telling me we might come down. This is a big ass volume. Sell red, right? Bigger than this actual buy one here, right? What was this one? 223.3, 225.3. 2 million more shares sold today than were bought on this day, right? So yeah, that has me worried, right? But I'm not necessarily screaming panic, panic, panic. You know what I mean? So just use the info as you want. But this looks a lot like NASDAQ, right? So watch NASDAQ. That's the important thing here. Let's look at the weekly real quick. That's a sexy weekly, right? And you can see what happens when the distance between the moving averages looks like this. That's a beautiful thing because it gives you just room to run. You know what I mean? So this is lovely. This is lovely, lovely to say the least, right? But again, some worry to be had, I do believe. Okay, FFIE. Yeah. All right. Look, I'll be honest. I thought we were going to go a little bit higher. I actually said on Twitter, I think this morning or last night, 44. 44 really was the number I was expecting. And I really did not plan on selling that much today. But in all honesty, it became really evident for me. Yeah, I think it was right here. It was right here. All right, I definitely did not sell in the 40s, but yeah, I basically got out once it looked like we were going to lose the 8 and the 20 on the 15. That is literally how I played it. I'm pretty sure I still have some shares. I don't think I unloaded everything. I'd be lying if I honestly said I remembered. But look, we're at and under the 50. We're under the 8 and the 20, right? It still kind of maybe seems like this thing might go down, but also looks like the RSI might, like, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but I'll tell you, this is telling me 35 is kind of the magic number right here. If this thing can get over 35 tomorrow, I actually might do something. I don't know. But look, this is a decent RSI. All right. Green is still over the red. I definitely know it's coming down, but green's still over the red. And actually, MACD is still diverging. MACD is still going up. MACD is now in the positive, right? So for me, not quite the full hit of down here, but I'll tell you, I made some good money. I hope you made some good money too. Again, nothing's financial advice, right? But yeah, I liked it. And again, volume is king. If you're pushing 200 million shares, oh man, and especially if the day before you did 250 and today you're doing 230, I like that. All right, we for sure held 50% candle. That's where that line came from, right? Yeah, maybe we lost like 20% of it, but it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully tomorrow, like I said, we can crack 35, 36 and head back on up to the 44 number I still had in my head, right? So FFIE, this is looking interesting, all right? So I still got eyes, but I definitely banked some money today. Look, this is a good weekly setup, all right? Let's see where Friday closes. But this, assuming no silliness happens between now and Friday's close, is kind of telling me I think we might be going to 44. I think we might try to break this 20 average. And if we can break this 20, the thing that after that goes to 50, right? So don't have 90-cent dreams on a 33-cent stock. Like, that's a really, really big 2x, right? Like, baby steps for now. But FFIE definitely did the job on what I would call a juicy setup, right? So, looking at the time, I think I'm just going to stop this here and I'll drop the next two on the other one. But yeah, these are just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, hey, thank you.